Good morning, Sonia, Alba. How are you today?
Good morning, teacher. Fine, and you?
I'm very fine. Thanks so much. What about the weather?
Yeah,
Do you like?
beautiful.
Yes. Alba,
I waiting all the days slide in the morning.
Yes. You enjoy this weather?
Yes,
Alba.
I love.
Yes. What about you, Sonia? Do you like this weather? Do you love this weather?
I like rainy weather.
Uh-huh.
I'm drinking coffee. Entonces estoy tomando coffee.
You're drinking your coffee. That's fine. It's
I don't like to drive with this raining. Nada más.
You don't like to drive. You don't like to drive.
For there are crater in the asphalt.
Yes, that's right. And how do you say, the floor is wet.
Which,
Floor is wet, and the cars don't stop when the floor is wet. But let me think about this. Let me search for this one. Resbaladizo.
Okay.
No, resbaloso, ¿verdad? Resbaloso. Slippery. Slippery. S-L-I-P-P-E-R-Y. Slippery. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jorge. How are you today? Joanna.
Just fine, and you?
I'm just fine too. A little cold, but
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. I prefer this weather than sunny or hot.
Yes, it's better. For me, better.
Okay. Are you drinking your cup of coffee or are you drinking a cup of tea?
A cup of tea. I was drinking a cup of tea.
That's better. I prefer that than a coffee. Okay.
Me too. I prefer two tea. No, I prefer. Me acordé de un chiste. Please, two teas, two. ¿Cómo? Turrun.
¿Cómo?
Two teas, turrun.
Ah.
Y luego dice, yo le contesté, tarram, papapam, y me corrieron por no llevar 2 tés en la habitación 222. Tutis, turrun, tututú.
Ok, muy bien, Alba. Bueno, les deseo que tengan un excelente día, muchachones. Que tengan un excelente día, ¿sí? Y cuídense mucho, no se mojen y si manejan, mucho cuidado.
Thank you.
Bueno,
Okay.
you're welcome. Vamos a empezar a trabajar, muchachones. Comparto, let me share the screen and continue working with conditional, third conditional, yes? And I have put here this chart in order to remember how is the third conditional structure. Don't forget that the condition is if plus the past perfect tense, and the result we have to use would have, yes, plus the past perfect. No se les olviden. So, on full fight even in the past. This will not happen. ¿Qué es lo que if? ¿Sí? Esto me indica, I am using the conditional if with the past perfect, that means that action won't happen. What about the result? Okay, my auxiliary or my modal verb would, my auxiliary have, plus the past participle of the verb. And that means that's an action that will not happen. Recuérdenlo, es nada de aquí va a pasar, nada pasará. Todo es irreal, ¿sí? El hubiera. Bueno, continue. So let's start with the activity. Match the third conditional sentence to their endings. So we have to match this column with this one. And let's start. Number 1, please, Alba.
La leo nada más, Irene?
Yes, number 1, and you have to look for
Bueno,
the-
okay. If I have studied harder, I will have passed my exams.
I would. Chiqui, qué fácil la encontraste. Ajá, aquí está.
Oh,
Very good. Okay, I would have passed my exams. Very good. Number 2, Sonia.
If I had done my homework, if she had studied more,
No, but it's you. If I.
it
shouldn't at me es gritarme o regañarme.
Regañar, digo, gritarte.
okay. Okay. If I had done my homework, my teacher would I have shouted at me.
That's right. My teacher would have showed at me. Yes? My teacher would have showed at me. Okay. Number 3, Joanna.
She would have passed her exam if she had studied more.
That's right. She would have, acuérdense, when we talk, we have to use the contractions, yes? Try to use it. She would have passed her exam if she had studied more. Okay. Jorge, please, number 4. Jorge.
Excuse me, I didn't have the microphone. Yes, if they hadn't come early, they wouldn't have got a seat.
Excellent. Perfect. Muy bien. Continue. Next. Alba. ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alba, please. Alba.
Me pasó igual que Jorge. Oh, se tenía apagado el micrófono. Está hablando sola. If it hadn't raining, he wouldn't have gone to the beach. He would have gone to the beach.
Acuérdese, he would have gone to the beach. Contractions. Okay. Number 6, Sonia.
If you had driven more careful, you wouldn't to have had an accident.
That's right. You wouldn't have an accident. That's right. Joanna, number 7.
If you have saved your money, perdón,
Yeah.
I will have a new car.
If you, not you, another person.
You will have booked a new computer.
Okay.
If you had saved your money, you would have bought a new computer. That's right. Okay, please, Jorge.
If we had played a little better, we would have won the game.
Excellent. We would have won the game. Very good. Alba.
If it had snowed No, what? We would have gone skiing. Skiing.
Skiing. We would have gone. We would have gone. Okay. 10, Sonia.
If you had called me, I could have come.
I would have gone. Okay. If you had called me, I would have come.
I could have come.
If you had called me. Okay.
I would have come. Yeah.
11. Please, Jorge.
If I had won the lottery, I would have bought a new car.
That's right. I would have bought a new car. Okay. Any question about the activities?
No, teacher.
Okay. So let's continue. Choose the right option. Please, Sonia, number 1.
If he had scored, they would have won the match.
The match. They would have won the match. Okay. Joanna, number 2.
We won't have missing.
We wouldn't miss.
The field is you have been on time.
Excellent. That's right. Please, Alba, number 3.
If they had offered the job, would you have taken it?
Very good. Excellent. Number 4, please, Jorge.
Ella
Ayla.
Ella would have finished the race if she hadn't fallen over.
Excellent. That's right. Now, letter C. Drag and dropped.
What is
So,
drag?
Drag
Excuse
and
me.
drop es como mover, muévelo y ponlo en el lugar correcto. Ok. Lo tenemos que ubicar en los lugares correctos. Ok, entonces, empezamos. Number 1. We
Wouldn't have me.
A ver, we wouldn't have met.
If you haven't been you both to dinner that night.
That's right. Number 2. Please, Alba. Perdón, Jorge. Sí.
If I had known how cold it was going to be in London, I would have taken warmer clothes.
That's right. Continue. Ahora sí, Alba.
You would have enjoyed the party if you have enjoyed the party if you had gone.
That's right. You would have enjoyed the party if you had gone. Okay. Number 4, Sonia.
Dora would have raining.
Would have.
Good.
Wouldn't wrong this morning.
Wrong this morning if she hadn't left.
Okay, wrong es peldaño.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sí, peldaño. Okay. Dora would have wrong this morning if she
hadn't left.
She hadn't left her mobile on the train.
On the train. Okay.
Dora would have wrong this morning. No, pero ya, aquí está, es el pasado participio de ring, de sonar.
Yes.
O llamar también.
Ring, yes.
Ok. Number 5, ahora sí. Alba.
I would not delete the email if I had realized it was important.
That's right. Any other question? ¿Dudas hasta ahorita?
I wouldn't
Realize-
delete. Delete is, what does it mean?
Borrar.
Delete. Borrar.
No.
Delete. Yes, yes.
Sí.
Si yo hubiera no.
Si no hubiera.
Hubiera borrado o hubiera.
Ajá. Pero if
No.
I have realized.
Si no me hubiera dado cuenta. O más bien, si me hubiera dado cuenta, realize es darse cuenta.
Ok.
No lo hubiera borrado.
Era importante. Ok. Realize.
Okay. Any question or comment? No?
No, teacher.
Well, let's continue. Next one. Next activity. Let me okay. Wait a minute, please. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, look at these famous people, yes? Look at these famous people. Can you recognize them? Can you tell me who's he?
Yes. Es
Who?
Steve Jobs. Es Steve Jobs. Es Chaplin. Me sé que es el que cantaba. El de Chaplin es el, bueno, es el de, ¿cómo se? Bueno, el de barba es el de Kentucky Fried Chicken. Es
The Coronel.
de Coronel.
Ajá.
Y el otro es Steven Spielberg. No.
No.
Walt Disney.
No.
This is
Ese es Walt Disney.
And this
Sí,
guy.
no.
Ajá.
Who is?
Who's he? Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
That's
Okay.
right. Okay. If they had given up easily, they wouldn't be as famous as today. Okay, given up es darse por vencido. Given up. If they had given up easily, they wouldn't be as famous as today. Okay, who are these famous people? Who are these famous people who all failed miserably but did not give up? Sí, pero no se dieron por vencidos. And also they have very miserable lives, ¿sí? Bueno, como quien dice, tuvieron como vidas medias feitas, ¿no? Okay. Guess and try to match the life stories with the names. Yes? So we have Steve Jobs, Henry Ford, Walt Disney, J.K. Rowling, Steven Spielberg, the Tower of Pisa, Thomas Edison, the Beatles, Bill Gates, Michael Jordan, Albert Einstein, and Charlie Chaplin. Okay, first, we have to match these famous names with these short biographies. Just after that, we are going to compare with the video. If we really match in the correct place. Okay, so number one, please, Jorge.
If he had given up after being, no.
Okay.
Yeah. If he had given up after being fired from his basketball team, he would not have become the most famous basketball player of all times. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Ah, caray, ¿qué onda? ¿Por qué no escribe?
No se pondrá, ¿cómo se dice? La de mover los nombres.
Perdón. Sorry.
Yeah.
Me rancherearon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Sonia, number 2.
If they had stopped playing music with their band after several record labels told them the guitar music was not cool, they wouldn't not have become the most famous band of that time. Son the Beatles. The Beatles.
That's right. Okay. The most famous band of all times. That's right. Joanna.
Still, she have give you dreaming cartoons because nobody was to him have an artist. He would not have created the most famous cartoon figure in the world.
Hmm?
Mm, I don't know, teacher.
Okay,
Walt
somebody.
Disney.
Walt
Walt
Disney.
Disney. Disney.
That's right, Walt Disney. Yes,
Okay.
if he had given up drawing cartoons because nobody wants to hire him as an artist, he wouldn't have created the most famous cartoon figure in the world. Excellent. Alba.
She doesn't have internet, that's why.
Okay. So, please, Sonia.
No se me vale, se me está yendo el internet. Déjame salgo de una porque me
Okay.
Yeah.
Sonia. Yeah, okay. Come on,
If he
Alba.
had given up his dreams, he dreamed of building computers after dropping off of the university. He would not have become one of the richest men of the earth. It's Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs? Okay. Very good. Continue. Please,
A
Jorge.
ver, Bill Gates, ¿qué hacía? También, ¿no? Es que si pusieron el audio, no lo escuché.
No, todavía no lo pongo. Primero lo vamos a contestar. Pero
Bill
ahí lo
Gates, ¿qué hacía? ¿También, no? ¿O qué es Bill Gates?
He is the owner of Microsoft, ¿no?
Entonces me imagino que ya es Bill Gates, ¿no?
Okay, very similar. You tell me.
Bueno, ok. No, bueno, Steve Jobs.
Okay. Please, Jorge.
If she had stopped writing because several publishers didn't want her first book, she wouldn't have become one of the most famous authors of children's book and the second richest female entertainer. Charlie Chaplin or who?
She wrote Harry Potter.
Stop writing.
¿Era J.K. Rowling?
J.K. Rowling. That's right. Muy bien, excellent. Continue, Sonia.
If he had listened to his teacher who told him that he would never amount to much, he would not have won the Nobel Prize in the physics. Thomas Edison.
Yeah, Albert.
Albert.
Albert Einstein.
Albert
El premio Nobel de Física, Albert Einstein.
That's right. Number 2, next one. Please, Joanna. If he got given up.
If he had given up after the leaving from the acquired 3 computer companies, we would not have become on the richest men and the older owner of the most famous industrial designers in the world.
Teacher, I think it's changed. He is Steve Jobs. In the other, yes.
And the other
is Bill Gates.
Wow. Ahí está. Muy bien. Next, Alba.
If he had given up, no sé, ¿sí va? His dream after going bankrupt 5 times, he would not have become one of the
Yes.
most successful car producer of the US. Antes Henry Ford, yo creo.
That's
Yeah.
right. Mhm. Very good. Jorge.
If he had given up when his teacher told him that he was too stupid to learn anything, he wouldn't have invented the light bulb. Thomas Edison.
That's right.
Ya lo
Very good.
pusieron, ¿no dejaron? ¿Eh? Que me
Okay.
espera. Ah,
Alba. Please, Alba.
If he had listened to the Hollywood studio chips,
Chips.
he had listened to the Hollywood studio chips, who say that his acts were too stupid and nonsensical, he wouldn't have become one of the
Yes.
most famous English comics actors of the time, Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. That's right. Next, Sonia.
If he had given up after being rejected for film school, he would not have become one of the most famous film directors of the time.
Of our times.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. That's right. And Joanna.
If this tower wasn't learning to deceive, if the world certainly not be as famous.
If this tower wasn't leaning to the side, it would certainly not be as famous. So, Joanna?
The Tower of Pisa.
The Tower of Pisa. Okay. Now, second instructions. Well, then watch the video. We have already answered the activity. Now, let's watch the video and let's check our answers. Be careful, not all examples in the video have been used. So that means we have more famous failures over here. So let's check it, pay attention. Okay, Michael Jordan?
it's okay.
It's okay, perfect. Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, are you, don't forget, please read the information. Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
All day in AM.
Bill Gates.
Bill.
Okay, Gates. That's right. Okay, so is that correct, J.K. Rowling?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we don't have Abraham Lincoln, yes?
Mm,
Do we have it over here?
No.
No.
No,
No.
we don't have any information about him. Okay. So,
Albert
Albert,
Einstein.
Albert Einstein, imagine that. He was considered like a stupid person. My goodness. Okay. Okay, Steve Jobs. Aquí está. Very good. Jack McCracken.
Tampoco está él.
Ajá, Jack hizo un buen descubrimiento. He did a good discover. Jack
What
and
did he
Russell.
discover?
Ah, ok. A ver, déjenme atraso tantito. Aquí está. Aquí está. He created a diagnostic test for pancreatic cancer that was better than the test developed by scientists, research labs. Imagine that.
Yeah.
And,
Mother?
¿qué más pone aquí? Can you read it? He what?
No.
A ver. He
He wrote
wrote,
a proposal to develop practice.
ajá, 1990 research labs reject him. Fíjense, de 200 research lab accepted, hasta el 200, ¿eh? Ujú, no se dio. He didn't give up, no se rindió. Okay.
Reforce, sí.
Report, that's right.
Why it says famous failures? What is famous
failures.
failure?
Okay, like, yeah, let me, failure.
Failure es fallar.
Ah,
Fallar.
ok, fracasos, así es. Ujú.
Famous failures.
Fracasos o famosos
Never.
fracasos. Ajá. Que al final no fueron fracasos, ¿verdad?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's continue.
Thomas Edison.
Tomás Edison. Ok. Déjenme que le bajo tantito. Ok, continue. Okay, Charles Chaplin. That's right. If he had listened to the Hollywood studio chiefs, who said that his thoughts were too stupid and nonsensical, he wouldn't become one of the most famous English comic actors for all the time. Yes, many directors rejected him. Okay.
What is nonsensical? Excuse me.
No, don't worry. Yes?
What is nonsensical? Stupid and nonsensical. Nonsensical.
Sin sentimientos.
Ah, sensical. Okay, thank you.
Nonsensical. Absurdo. Okay, continue. Do we have Oprah Winfrey?
No, teacher.
No.
Yes, teacher.
¿Dónde?
Oprah Winfrey. Ah, no, ahí no. Que si la conozco.
Okay.
No, es que me perdí en años viendo otra cosa.
Okay, continue.
Sorry.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Steven Spielberg. Over here, yes.
Yes.
He was rejected from film school. My goodness. Okay, Colonel Harlan Sanders.
No, teacher.
¿No está? Tampoco. Okay. Any question about vocabulary or these famous failures?
No.
No? Muy bien.
Mm.
Let's continue with, let's continue with the next activity. Yes? Híjole, a ver si se ve. Okay, so we have there this reading, antibiotics, and we are continue talking about discoveries or inventions, yes? So, is it clear for you? ¿Sí lo alcanzan a ver?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Sí,
Bueno.
maestra. Bueno, yo sí.
Not for
Okay.
me.
Nada más del lado derecho se ve medio borrosillo.
Sí, borro.
Lo ando buscando aquí en mi libro para ayudarles con la lectura ahorita. Okay, please, Alba, start reading.
It's antibiotics. Today, vaccines can prevent some of the infections, disease that in the past resulted in serious illness and death. Fortunately, for disease caused by bacteria, brackets, tiny organisms that can only be seen by microscope. Vaccine can make the difference between life and death. What are antibiotics? Antibiotics are substances that work in one of two ways. Some antibiotics, such as penicillin, kill disease-causing bacteria. Others, such as tetracycline, stop them from multiplying.
Okay.
History. In 1675, Dutch scientist Antoine Anthony van, bueno, no sé hacer alemán. Anthony van Leeuwenhoek using a microscope discovered the existence of microorganisms. However, it wasn't known that they could cause disease until French scientist Louis Pasteur confirmed that approximately 200 years later, finally in 1928, British scientist Alexander Fleming noticed that a mold, Penicillium, growing in one of his petri dishes was capable of killing bacteria, and the development of antibiotics became possible. Fleming named the active agent in the mold penicillin, but was unable to create a drug from it. In 1940, during the Second World War, two scientists working at Oxford University, Ernst Chain and Howard Florey, were able to make an antibacterial power from penicillin that was safe to use on humans. Penicillin was mass-produced for use on soldiers in the war. If there had been no penicillin, many would have died from bacterial infections caused by their injuries and wounds.
Uh-huh.
Some
Very
penicillin
good.
was used for serious disease, such as pneumonia and tuberculosis, which had always caused many deaths. Fleming, Fleury, and Chain received the Nobel Prize in 1945. Antibiotics changed medicines and continue today to enable people to survive conditions that would have killed them before the antibiotic age.
Okay.
Overuse of antibiotics. Since they discovered the widespread use, antibiotics had been considered a wonder drug. Many common diseases, however, are caused by virus, no bacteria, and antibiotics are not effective against them. Nevertheless, too many people use antibiotics regularly, believing they will cure viral illness. Conozco a alguien así. Such a common upper respiratory infections, colds, and short troughs. Why is... Ay, se no alcanza a verlo.
Is this a problem?
No, fear is a waste of money to use antibiotics to treat virus. Our body immune system eventually combats most virus, and we recover without treatment. But more importantly, bacteria exposed to an antibiotic can become resistant to it, making antibiotics less effective or even useless. If antibiotics no longer work against infection and disease, people will begin to die from them again. If scientists have recognized that bacteria could develop this resistance, perhaps they would have warned doctors not to use antibiotics unless a patient has a bacterial infection. Hopefully, worldwide awareness of this trait to an important class of drugs will convince us to avoid using them for conditions that don't require them.
Okay.
What does mean wounds?
Wounds? No, where is
La mera
it?
arriba, infection, o sea, la mera arriba en la segunda, en la parte derecha, infection caused by their injuries and wounds. Ahí, a mero arriba de la columna derecha, a mero, el primer renglón.
And wounds.
Heridas.
Which one?
Injuries son heridas, ¿no? And
yes.
wounds.
Wounds. It is heridas.
También. Injuries.
Injuries también, o sea, son heridas, pero es que es lo mismo. Injuries.
Son sinónimos.
Lesiones.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? No?
In a petri dish.
A petri dish?
What is petri dish?
Petri dish son los platitos, ahorita, ¿cómo les dicen?
Químicos.
¿Tubos de ensayo? No.
Tubos de ensayo, pero ahorita les digo. Petri dish. Petri es placa de Petri, son los tubos de ensayo. ¿Sí? Okay. Any other question? No?
Pregunto algo, maestra.
Any other question?
No, yo no.
No? Well, let's continue. So let's answer these questions with your own words according to the reading. Number one, what is the benefit of antibiotics?
There are a lot of benefits. One of the benefits is to cure the injuries and wounds and to cure the sickness.
That's right. That's one of the benefits. That's And I think it's the most important, no?
Yeah,
Mhm.
to
Okay,
cure a sickness.
that's right, and save lives, that's right. Number 2, why are antibiotics not effective against the common cold?
Because the common cold is viral, no? It's
Uh-huh,
it's not a sickness. It's not a.
uh-huh. It's not a, how do you say? Bacteria. It's not a bacteria. Mhm.
It's not a bacteria.
That's right. Number 3, why are antibiotics effective against strep throat?
¿Qué es strep throat? Strep.
Strep throat. Let me check it, but it's like a strong infection in the throat. Strep. Strep es streptococo. This is a streptococo. Pharyngitis.
Pharyngitis.
Uh-huh. So why are antibiotics effective against strep throat?
Because
Why are antibiotics affected against the strep throat? No, creo que they are less affected because the strep throat is a virus, not a bacteria.
But why is effective against?
Why are antibiotics no one? Ninguno. ¿Cómo se dice ninguno?
No one.
No one.
You don't believe in yourself.
Es que, bueno, the antibiotic is for bacterias. Y cuando you have a cold, bueno, it's a virus, no a bacteria.
Okay.
Bueno,
But
que sometimes when you have fever, the doctor give us antibiotics.
Yes. Maybe I think number 3 because strep throat is an infection. Yes. And that's why the antibiotics is effective against this illness. I think that. Okay. What about number 4? What problem has overuse of antibiotics caused?
That the body gets used to the antibiotics and they don't react.
Yes. What's in it? That create a reaction in your body when you want to. You can tell if you use antibiotics more, a lot of them. Yes, there can be a reaction from your body to the overuse of antibiotics. Also, you can get diet. Yes.
Yes.
Any comment, question? Ahora están muy callados, ¿por qué?
I know some people who use antibiotics for all. ¿Verdad, Jorge?
I don't know Jorge. Who is Jorge?
Jorge López.
Yeah. I know him too.
Ay, alguien se está ventaneando a alguien. Okay. Okay, any question up to now, guys?
No, teacher.
No? Bueno. Dice, understand from context. Dice, let's check the correct word. An antibiotic or a vaccine prevents diseases from occurring. What do you think?
La vacuna sí, pero el antibiótico no.
Entonces,
la vaccine prevents disease from occurring.
Antes de que ocurran. A vaccine. That's right. Number 2, bacteria or Madre Santa, tetracycline can cause infections, disease.
But bacteria.
Bacteria.
Bacteria
That's
can
right.
cause infections.
That's right. Number 3, bacteria are small organisms that can only be seen in a petri dish or with a microscope.
With a
With a
microscope.
microscope.
With a microscope, that's right. 4, penicillium or penicillin is a drug that kills bacteria.
Penicillin.
Okay, penicillin, that's right.
What
Number
is the
5,
difference? Excuse me, what is the difference? Penicillium and penicillin.
I don't know, that's, okay, let me
Okay.
check.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
check it. Yes.
Penicillin.
Penicillium.
Penicillin.
No me la da.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Yo creo que penicilio no, no existe, maestra.
No existe. Ah, ok.
Sí,
Bueno.
o será-
que no existe. Ay.
Ujú.
Ah,
Ok. Bueno, sí, a lo mejor está mal escrito adrede. Ok. Pero lo voy a checar de todas maneras. Me quedé con
Ok.
esa duda. Ok. Number 5. The common cold and influenza are common bacterial or upper respiratory infections. The common cold and influenza are common bacterial or upper respiratory infections.
Upper respiratory
Ah,
infections.
ya encontré, maestra.
Yes, Alba?
Penicillium. Penicillium es un género de moho de la división ascomicótica. Incluye más de 40 especies. La especie más conocida es Penicillium chrysogenerium, productora de penicilina. O sea, más bien el penicillium yo creo que es donde sacan la penicilina.
Así es, sí, sí, cierto.
Penicillium es un género de moho, de hongo, de mojo.
Entonces,
Moho.
sí, moho.
Y dice que de ahí producen es Penicillium chrysogenum,
Ajá.
productora de penicilina. El nombre
Entonces,
científico es Penicillium y es una
ah,
tricomácea.
ok. Entonces el nombre comercial es penicilina.
Sí, dice el
Penicillium.
hongo es un hongo filamentoso productor de penicilinas, un grupo de antibióticos empleados en el tratamiento de infecciones bacterianas. Penicillium es un amplio género de hongos que se encuentra habitualmente en los suelos, son de crecimiento rápido, algunos de ellos contaminan alimentos y frutas.
She's doctor.
O sea,
She's
es donde
doctor.
sacan la penicilina.
Ajá, yes, that's right.
Allá en la Adoptor Frustrada.
Frustrated. Okay.
Frustrated.
Okay. Number 6. Some antibiotics are no longer effective because certain bacteria have developed overuse or resistance to antibiotics.
Resistance.
Resistance, that's right. Okay. So, vamos a ver. Next one. Look at some key inventions and discoveries and how they change people's lives. Okay, so we have, look at the first discovery. The plow loosens and turns the soil so crops can be planted effectively or efficiently. This was discovered by 2010, no, 2000, actually no, before Christ. Okay,
Before
o en la era, ajá, sí. Sí, porque acuérdense, a partir de Cristo empieza otra vez todo, ¿verdad? Ok. Ok, look at the discovery. O the invention, más bien the invention. Next one. 15th century. Johannes Gutenberg invents typecasting, resulted in the printing press, which could print more than one copy of a book. Okay, Gutenberg invents this one.
Gutenberg.
Next
one
one.
of the best inventors.
Yes, that's right. 1796, the discovery by Edward Jenner of the process of vaccination made the first successful vaccine possible in 1796. In 1914, the motor zipper permits the opening and closing of clothes without buttons or button holes. Okay. And finally, 1940 to 1945, the first electronic computers. The size of a large room enabled users to organize and examine information. The computer opened a new era of communications and research technology. Okay, now you tell me, which ones of these inventions and discoveries have changed the human being or the human being lives?
The vaccine and the printing press.
Writing press
Ay,
is
pues
very
yo creo que
important.
también, no, también el cierre me hecho cómo se pone en el pantalón.
The zebra. Okay. Which one from these inventions or discoveries do you think is the most important?
The
The
printing.
vaccine. Oh.
The printing machine.
No,
Why?
también de vaccine, ¿no?
Mhm.
We talk about printing
I think
machine, vaccine and
the printing
vaccination.
press in that time was very important because that's the way that they can communicate it on books and all notes and all the news in all the world. But you know, the computer is too. I mean, it's a good invention too.
Mhm. That's
Teacher,
right.
what
Yes.
what does mean by everything? The plow loosens and turns the soil sus crops. ¿Qué significa plow, soils, crops?
Okay, the plow loosens and turns the soil as crops. Ah, yeah, okay. It refers to the action, see? The plow. Okay, let me check it. The plow.
Arar, será no, ¿verdad?
Ujú, puede ser, the plow.
Eh,
The plow loosens.
lo que
No la mando.
utilizan para levantar la tierra,
Ah, el arado.
el arado, sí.
Este es el arado, ¿verdad?
Ah,
El
sí,
arado.
arar.
El arado se suelta.
Sí, arado, ok.
Ajá. Y
Entonces,
turns the soil y convierte el
entonces,
suelo en, ¿cómo se llama? Crops. Son.
No, no, el arado es para que voltee la tierra, ¿no?
Ajá. Y crops son cultivos.
ok, thank you.
¿Sí? Lo convierte en cultivos.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so you tell me, Sonia and Joanna, for you, which one is the most important invention or discovery? And discovery could be
Important the first vacuna possibly.
which one?
Yes, teacher.
The vaccine. For you is the most important discovery.
Yes, my important the vacunation the first.
Ya es que se fueron, ya lo dejaron.
The process of the vaccination.
Vaccination. Okay, you get a vaccine. When you get a vaccine, okay, you avoid a lot of illness. Yes. Okay. Any other comment, muchachones? ¿Alguna duda o pregunta hasta ahorita?
No.
No.
Teacher.
Muy bien, muchachones. Entonces, déjenme. Ok. Pues me despido de ustedes por este día. Nos vemos mañana, muchachos. Cuídense mucho, desayunan rico y que todo les salga excelente en este día.
Thank you,
Nos vemos.
teacher. You too.
Bye bye. Thanks.
No,
Thank you.